Hi, welcome to Live, Learn, Inspire. I'm Albert Emmanuel, and this is the show where we like to share inspiring, informative, and educational content. And today I have with me Mr. Dr. Hilary Okello.
Hey, we are here in person,
Yes.
in flesh, and in spirit. Albert, good to see you.
Yeah, welcome, man. So good having you.
I think I take this as a privilege.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of podcasts. For one, I think I'm going to start doing my own very soon. Oh, cool. But I've been on a couple of them, and it's always interesting to be on podcasts where you just have to have an open mind and share how the world is going and where you see life, and tell your story. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So your story, right? So you are a comedian in Uganda.
Yeah.
Right. So how did you get into comedy?
Unofficially, officially.
Well, we can start actually the first time you thought, I enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
I'd like to do more of it.
Comedy, and I've told this story a couple of times. I think the first step for me is when I was exposed to stand-up comedy as an art form.
Okay.
We're traveling from up country with my mother in a bus from Lira, and we're coming to Kampala. And in the bus, at the time, they would have those screens at the front of the bus that sort of give entertainment to the passengers. And they were playing a comedy show that on YouTube, if you check it out, it's called Africa Laughs. No, it's not Africa Laughs. It's Night of 1,000 Laughs.
Okay.
It's called Night of 1,000 Laughs.
Yeah.
It has a lot of views on YouTube. So it features some of the biggest acts in stand-up at the time. So there's Basket Mouth, there is Clint the Drunk, there is Pablo.
Okay.
A lot of comedians.
Yeah.
So as a young kid, I think at the time I was in, I think, senior 1 or P7, I'm not sure. And you're watching that, playing comedy for 6 hours. People are traveling from Lira to, and it was at night.
Okay.
So the entire bus was laughing for about 5 hours. So they were playing comedy back to back. And I saw that, I said, wow, this is amazing. I don't know how these guys do it, but I would like to do this. So I started trying to research more about stand-up. So that's how I got exposed. And I said, the next time I meet anyone who does comedy, I'm going to ask them, how do I join? Yeah, so that happened. The first time was in my senior 5 in my A level.
Okay.
I met the first comedian I met. His name is Dolivondo. That was his stage name at the time. These days he doesn't do comedy as much.
Okay.
But when I met him at some school, your school travels to another school for seminars and whatever. So I met him there, and I told him, I'd like to join comedy. So he gives me a contact. He said, no, when you're done with school, please contact this person and he will help you. So that is how I got the contact.
So you got into comedy and then you never looked back ever since?
Never. Okay, I look back once in a while, I laugh, then I come back. You look back like Lot's wife, but you come back.
You keep focusing.
Yeah.
And how is the industry like in Uganda in general?
It's progressing.
Yeah.
I think in comparison to where it was to where it is now, there's a lot of growth in terms of talent. There's a lot of talented comedians. The understanding of stand-up has also grown. 10 years ago, it wasn't as understood as it is today. Those days you would say, well, we're going to bring a stand-up comedian, and people are like, what does it do? We don't understand. But today, you just say, we have a stand-up comedy show. People are like, oh, let's go. We know what that is. So in terms of that, also in terms of the economy itself, that stand-up has contributed in terms of entertainment. It has become a big figure in the entertainment industry in Uganda. So I think it's going well.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you mention how long you've been doing comedy, like as
professionally? I think how long is that? From 2017.
2017.
Yeah. So that is 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 24, 25. So that's 8.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's been just.
It's going good. It's going good.
Yeah. Because actually, I first saw some of your videos from abroad. I'm like, you know what? I'm coming to Kampala. Let me sit down with Dr. Hilary, man. So,
thank you so much.
Yeah. So I have people abroad that are following your work. Right?
Hey, tell them we are coming. Next year I'm trying. This year I've done a lot of shows in Africa, but next year I want to do Europe as well.
Oh, cool.
So I'll be coming to Norway, I'll be doing Sweden and the UK and the like. So next year is going to be a big year for me.
Awesome. Wow. Yeah. Looks like you have great plans ahead.
Yeah. As people are here voting, tear gas, me. I'll be relaxing.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to talk about the government when you're not around. Like what they are doing is not okay. When you're here, you say hallelujah, hallelujah. So yeah. But next year is going to be a good year.
Okay. When are you getting to Norway then? Because that's where I'm based.
I'll have to target the summer.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll have to figure out July, August. You know, that's I think that's the best time because you have a lot of tourists, a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get a lot of numbers to the show.
Yeah.
Winter is not as friendly. I'm from northern Uganda. We're used to heat. That's why northerners we don't travel a lot. We can easily die. You end up in the winter. You know what happened to Okello? He didn't come back. I don't know what happened. But definitely, I'm targeting the summer for my European tour. Yeah.
Not a bad idea because you know, I'm here and then people say, "Oh, it's cold."
Yeah.
I checked the weather; it's over 20 degrees, almost 30.
But now for you, used to it.
Like the weather over there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
You get used to it, right? But it's just funny when I'm here, people are complaining it's cold here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, over there, that's our summertime.
Have you been to Juba? Have you been to South Sudan?
I've been to Juba, bro.
Now you know what they call heat.
I know, but still.
But I've been told Dubai is worse.
Sorry?
I've been told Dubai is even hotter.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
you're living in all extremes. You're living in extreme heat and extreme cold.
Nothing in between.
Nothing in between.
Yeah, so definitely, summertime, perfect time to go to Europe for
that's the plan.
Yeah. Although... Usually that's normally when I try to come to Africa as well, so have to...
No, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out,
And then what about your... Because I saw one of your work not too long ago.
Yeah.
You know, you talked about, I think, hand robbers. They feel pity for you sometimes.
Yeah, like the crime in Uganda.
The crime in Uganda.
I think here's the thing is for most of my work and for most of the topics I choose, it's important in every show to talk about your life, your personal life, then talk about the lives of people around you, you know, and then talk about things that actually impact society. So it's easy to do a silly joke, you know, about dating or whatever, just some random silly joke. But then also it's important to highlight certain things in the country. So there are times I'll talk about ministers or I'll talk about the government or I'll talk about healthcare in ways that makes people laugh, but even people in authority will laugh and say, actually, he actually has a point. As much as we're laughing, this is something we should address. So for me, that is something I find critical. So when I'm talking about the crime in Uganda, people are laughing, but it really highlights that as an issue. So you hope that those in power actually take note of that.
Well, that's a very creative way of actually sharing that concern.
So you get people laughing, but you also get them thinking that, okay, we should actually work on this.
I was about to, how did you come up with that joke? Because, you know, is it part of it, is it like real things that is happening and then you just make a twist to make the joke, or how do you get your ideas from? You
get the best jokes are the jokes where people's response. For me, it's not even about laughter. If somebody listens to you and says, I see what he's saying, or they put themselves in your shoes and they say, I've been in that situation. For me, that's the best compliment. When somebody says, what you're saying is true. The more truth there is to something, the funnier it is. So for a joke like that one, it's more of, you know, the many things that make people laugh. That one is more of a hyperbola. So you're over-exaggerating something to a point where it is funny. But for jokes like that, there's a documentary I watched of Rowan Atkinson. That's Mr. Bean, as most people know him. There's a documentary where he's shooting a scene and they're doing it behind the scenes. And he's talking about how for every scene they write, he asks himself, what are the 5 other things that could happen in this situation that would make it funny? So he'd note down 5 things and try them all and then pick the funniest. So even for that joke, how you write a joke like that is you think of a person being robbed and then you ask yourself, what are the 5 funny things that could happen? And one of them, for me, was... the robber actually taking your car, then dropping you home. I find that so funny. So when you have such an idea, then you find ways of creating it and making it a good story.
I found that so funny. Basically,
thank you.
Being robbed, And
it's done well. This is the thing, man. Social media is very weird. You don't know what will work and what will not work. So there are videos you'll put on your page and you'll get, let's say, 20,000 views or 30,000 or 10,000. But then you'll drop, now like that video, I think it has grossed over 5 million views, you know. But it's something you throw and you forget. Then it's tomorrow morning, you see followers and shares and you're like, okay, you're like, all right, God is good. This is going well.
This is going well. This is working.
Yeah.
You mentioned basically that you are from up north.
Right.
But do you also have family in South Sudan? You mentioned Juba or something like that, or?
Not family per se, but I have a lot of friends and associates. Because I've been to Juba now 3 times.
Okay.
You know, so almost every year I go. This year I was supposed to go last month, but I had a function, so I was a bit busy. But I'm hoping before the year ends I go to Juba.
Okay.
Because I have a big following there. And also, you know, there's a Luo community in South Sudan who, you know, they always meet you and say, okay, why you been it? I'm like, thank you so much. So Juba is almost like home.
I mean, I think when you're looking at East Africa, right? I think you travel and do shows in Juba as well, right? So Rwanda, Kenya.
I made it a point to start, to really start from home. It's good to have a fan base in Uganda first of all. Then start spreading your wings around East Africa and then do Africa. So that's why I said next year now is when I want to do Europe. So you first have to set some solid ground in Kampala. In Kampala right now, you put yourself to a position where if you do a show, you can get 500 to 1,000 people. So then I've done Nairobi, I think now 5 times.
Wow.
I've done Kigali, I think the most, I think like 6 or 7.
Why is that?
Because they love you and they keep calling you back, you know. But also it's a very friendly environment and the people I work with are very good friends. So Juba as well. I'm yet to do Tanzania. I want to do Tanzania maybe next year. But then the goal this year is South Africa and Nigeria. So before the year ends. If you don't, you know, in Africa, if you don't work with Nigerians and South Africans, you're not doing anything in Africa. In every entertainment sector, whether it is music, they rule music, you know, whether it is comedy and the like, those are the people you have to work with to sort of raise the standard.
South Africa and Nigeria.
South Africa and Nigeria,
all right. So when is your target for reaching that market?
This year.
This year.
I'm doing shows in, this year I'm doing Zimbabwe and South Africa in October.
Cool.
So I'm figuring out a date for Nigeria.
All right. Awesome. Zimbabwe. Well, that's
Zimbabwe. I have some good people there. So I've done Zambia as well, but Zimbabwe keeps calling, so I'm going to figure that out.
Okay. All right. But will it be the first time in Zimbabwe then?
It will be the first time officially. There's a time we were in Harare, but it was you know those flights where they say stay in the plane, don't get out. So I don't think that counts. Does that count?
I wouldn't say that.
It doesn't. It's like going to someone's place and you stay on the veranda. you never entered the house. You never. So it will be officially my first time there doing a show.
All right, cool. Well, looking forward to actually watching that. I'm sure you will
it
share
will go
it
well.
all platforms. And
definitely.
Yeah, and I don't know how it works here. Do you, like, for example, like TV show or Netflix? Is there anything similar that you guys are
working on?
Yeah.
Right now, I think Pal Magic under DSTV. Pal Magic is like the Ugandan channel for Ugandan content, the home of Ugandan content on Pal Magic. I've worked on a couple of shows. I've appeared on 2 shows. I've worked on a couple of comedy shows. There's one called Poppy with Fun Factory. I appeared and wrote something there. Also, The Sensual Boss. It's a comedy show that runs, I think, every weekend. I think I worked with them for the first and second season. Then there's another show I worked on. It was called Katale Kange. It was a Luganda show. But that's the most I did for that. Because I felt, sometimes you feel a bit restricted in terms of your self-expression and how much you want to put in the project. But then they're like, no, you just do this, so and so will do the rest. So as a creative, sometimes it's limiting in terms of how far you want to stretch your material. So I decided to pull back. I just focus on my stand-up. But next year, I'm now writing scripts. Next year, I want to go into movies and see what I can create out of that. Like doing Ugandan comedy movie. You want somebody to sit down or go to the cinema and watch something for 1 hour and a half and they're just laughing.
Super fun, super cool.
So that's the goal that I want for next year as far as TV goes.
Yeah, but when you say you want to write script for movies, do you also have an acting background?
Yeah, I just told you I was on. I've done 2 shows now where I've acted on.
Okay.
But also the beauty about stand up and comedy, it puts you in a space where you're always acting. So even on stage, for most of it, for some of the jokes to work, you actually have to act them out.
Yeah.
You know, so. But it is on DSTV where I actually got to act in front of cameras and so
all right, cool.
Not much experience, but I think it's good enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's enough experience
for you to start,
right?
Yeah.
And if you're able to also do the writing yourself and shooting, I don't know if
shooting. I have some friends, so you just you get friends to partner with a production house, and then you figure out the budget and everything, and you're good to go. Yeah.
1 hour and a half.
1 hour and a half, and it's a good script, good movie.
Yeah, cool. And how is the movie industry in Uganda in general? How is it?
First of all, I don't think I'm the best person to ask that question.
Okay.
Because I'm not really deep into film in Uganda. But from the people that I've worked with here and there, I think it's going well. But still, financially speaking, it's not as. It doesn't support the industry as much. So there's not much money in the industry. Most of the time it's the producers to put in money for the project to work. So it's not easy to get funders, and grants here and there. You actually have to put the money in yourself. Yeah. So a movie that has a budget of 1 million Uganda shillings and a movie in the US that has a budget of $1 million, surely you'll see the quality from.
Yeah, it's a different ball game.
Different ball game,
Yeah. All right, cool. But so you mentioned how you got into this comedy from the beginning, and you got the mentor, you got the number to actually start it, right?
Yeah.
Do you still have those same people like mentors, or how is it? How long did you learn from them before you started going your own way?
So what happens is. I think as a stand-up, you have to be able to set, your targets, and then have people who you look up to, because they say it's the people that you look up to that define how you will behave. So just getting into the industry, the people I used to look up to are the Ann Kansimes, Salvador, Pablo, Napoleon, all these guys who are in the industry, Eric Omondi, Basket Mouth. You're seeing these people and you're saying what they do is what I want to do. So when you get in the industry and you start meeting these people, and they'll tell you, don't do this, don't do this, try this. So they'll keep helping you panel beat your jokes and put yourself as a good brand. Now when you reach that level, then you have to set bigger standards for yourself. So then you say, okay, now I want to get on Netflix. I want to be on Amazon Prime. I want to have my specials. I want to travel around the world. So that's when you start setting goals of okay, I'm going to do East Africa this year. Next year I want to do Africa. So it's about continuously changing your goalposts. So you say, okay, I've scored a goal here, now let me target this one.
Yeah, awesome. And you mentioned, I think, Ann Kansime, right? Someone said she might be the biggest female comedian in East Africa, maybe even Africa as a whole.
Maybe even Africa, because I mean, Ann, first of all, special shout out to her. She's an amazing person. I've been to her place many times. We've done a lot of projects with her. She actually gave us our first open mic.
Wow.
We had an open mic in Kampala in a place called Nalia. She had a bar that she was running, and we had a slot for an open mic comedy show every Monday.
Okay, cool.
And I remember I would leave university, go home late at night, then I'd get a board and come to the bar to do comedy, and then leave like midnight or late past midnight. But it was her bar, and she gave us space to build content and build material. So that is someone who single-handedly has contributed to more than 10 or more than 10 plus comedians who exist right now in the industry.
That's huge.
So it's a good thing. Same thing with Salvador. He put up a comedy competition, I think 2018, that I was part of. As a new comedian, I joined the competition. I went up to the semifinals. And it's the first time I had exposure on television. So everyone in the industry has sort of added a brick to this wall that is growing. So yeah, special shout out to everyone.
Yeah, awesome. That's like they call it the seniors that have
The
been
seniors
there for a while.
exactly, yeah.
You know, basically making their way a bit easier for the next ones that are coming up.
Yes, and I feel it's something that everyone should pick up on. You know, whether you're in music, you always find a way to help those who are starting. Right now, I have friends I work with, Timothy Okello and Kotilda. We run a comedy club in Intinda.
Oh, cool.
You should come for it tomorrow if you're still around.
Tomorrow.
So every Tuesday and Thursday we have a comedy show. The Tuesday show is a free show. The club is called the Laughing Marabou Stock Comedy Club. So you heard of it. So we have young comedians who have just joined the industry, and everyone who contacts me, they're like, Hilary, I like your comedy. I'd like to join comedy. I'm like, come to the club.
That's
we,
nice,
we don't charge anything. It's a free space to show you what to do, what not to do. So it's the same way you are treated is the same way you want to treat people. So yeah, that's how we continue the industry.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Again, just making sure that the young ones have the opportunity to practice and be on stage, and guiding them and
and setting them up for the industry. I think how often are you in East Africa? And what are you mostly? Where do you see your life going in the next 5 years? Like in terms of podcasting and the like.
So in East Africa, once or twice a year.
Okay.
And it's mainly East Africa. I haven't been much to West Africa.
But
since you say that,
you should.
If you want to,
if you want to blow up in entertainment, in almost any industry, man, you have to work with West Africa and South Africa.
So I have a friend in Zimbabwe. Maybe I need to reach out to him and see what's happening in Zimbabwe. Right. But East Africa once or twice a year.
Okay.
Right. And in terms of 5 years from now, my hope is that this podcast will grow to something that I can really just focus on it, right?
And be proud of.
Exactly.
Now that's
looking
good.
back and saying that that's where we started.
That's good. And I'd like to come back 5 years later when now it has millions of views.
Wow.
And it said Dr. Hilary Part 2.
5 years from now, that's a deal. Dr. Hilary Part 2, absolutely.
Definitely. But I'm also thinking of doing this. I've been pushing it for a while, but I think it's something I'm going to start. So you've actually pushed me even further.
That's good. That's good. You get the taste of it with me, and then you.
Did you spend some time in Kampala?
Growing up,
yeah.
No, I didn't.
So you just passed through.
Yeah, I'm just passing through.
Come here, eat some matoke, then you go.
Exactly. I need some matoke, man. So,
But I like the relationship within South Sudan and Uganda. You saw this there's this basketball player who got drafted recently. And it's called Malwach. Is it Malwach? And he had under his jacket, he had the South Sudanese flag here and a Ugandan flag here. And I was like, wow, this is beautiful. But then you still find other people in comment section saying, no, he's Ugandan. No, he's South. Like, you
saw that too.
And you're like, bro, he's the one who is telling you he's representing both countries. But I like it. I think it's beautiful. I've never been to South Sudan and felt out of place. One, for my color, but also because they are good people. So I appreciate it, my guy.
No, absolutely. I mean, East Africa, I'm like, this is where I'd like to see myself, down the line, right? So I always come to East Africa, but I need to visit West more because I need to visit West Africa more. But East Africa, I can see myself, settling here one day, right?
One day you will settle here.
I will settle here.
We're tired of people dying abroad, and then we have to collect money to pay for your flight. You die from it. If you start feeling sick, if you're in London or you're in Italy, wherever, you start feeling some fever and the medicine not working, you board immediately. At least die on the way. Let us pick you at the airport. Halfway. Let us meet. Let's work with each other.
I will make that journey easy. I will settle down.
Make
it
easy for us. Make it easy for us.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Yeah, because that's also something a lot of people are saying, right? So a lot of people are abroad, but then at a certain time, they are coming back here.
You have to come back.
Either dead or alive.
Right. So it is your choice. How do you want to come back?
Yes. So I'll be back alive. Yeah. You mentioned you're going to do some events, coming up, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned East South Africa.
And
Nigeria.
Right.
Could you share a bit of a tease of what's coming up?
7th November, I'm doing Uganda Must Laugh, the grand finale for this year. I started doing 3 shows in Kampala every year. So we did the first one in March, we did the second one in June, and it went amazing.
Awesome.
And 7th November, we are doing the final one at Theatre La Bonita. So the details for the tickets, you can find them on the website, hilaryokello.com. And of course, the marketing will be aggressive, so you'll definitely see the poster.
Yeah.
But then the others are still, I think Zimbabwe is October. October, I think 17th. I'm not sure of the date. Then I think a week before is South Africa, so maybe October 8th or something like that. I think 10th, if I'm not sure. So that is for those 2 countries. Nigeria, I'm hoping November, so I'm going to figure that out, because also you want to go to these spaces when there's sort of saturation for events. So you want to go when there's like maybe 4 shows happening that weekend. So you want to be on as many stages as possible. But that is that's before the year ends. That's definitely what I'm going to do.
So what is the title? Because you have Uganda Must Laugh here, and then is it, what is it, South Africa Must Laugh, or what?
No, those ones now, I have friends I'm partnering with, so I'll be appearing on some of their events. Because it's my first time performing in some of these spaces, so you don't go and say, okay, now I'm doing a show. It's great to go and survey and do the market research and know the costs that involved in doing an event, how much are the theaters, how much is this and that, what type of marketing do you have to do to get people in the venue. Then next year is where I hope now to put up my own shows. So that you set up your own show with a title and everything, and then you have people come through. So this year it's mostly visiting. I'm visiting to meet people, interact, socialize, and then plan for the other year.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, you mentioned marketing will be aggressive, which is of course necessary sometimes, right? But do you have a team around you that handles that, or how is it?
I have a few people around me who I work with who help me in marketing and just brand management and all of this. So you have someone who helps you with the booking radios and TVs and all of this. But most of the things, I actually like doing things in person. That's why my contact is all over. So there are people who call me, it's like when you contacted me and I said, I'm a bit busy, but let me figure out what to do. Someone will call you and they're genuinely happy to talk to you. Because there's I don't know, there's an element that is not as friendly when you're talking to a manager or the contact person. When you call and you're like, hello, is this doctor? They're like, no, this is Moses. Like, okay, Moses, I want to talk to Hilary. Like, no, you talk to me. It's a bit, that wall is a bit restricting. So every time people call me, even for my tickets, when I have a show at the theater and I put my contact on the post and people call and they're like, I wanted to get a ticket. You're like, yeah, you can get a ticket. They're like, but is this Okello? Your voice is familiar. Like this Okello. They're so happy. They're like, wow, I didn't know it is you. Let me buy tickets. So it adds a little bit of personality to it. So people like that.
I mean, definitely, having that
that
close
direct connection with people.
Exactly. So it makes people like, wow, this guy is he's very approachable.
He's very down to earth. You're easy to approach. So it's a positive on the brand side.
Absolutely. And the brand side, like I said, in the West, most of my network, people that I've spoken to, they've heard of you, right?
Thank you.
So it's like Dr. Okello, Dr. Hilary Okello. So is it, how do you try to push your brand to that part of the world? I know that you're focusing first home and then West Africa, but how do you plan to push your brand that side of the world?
One, social media these days is like the currency of brand growth. If you're not on social media, you're not going to catapult your brand that's far. So social media is one thing. So you have to understand how Instagram works, how Facebook works, how X works, all these things. The funny thing about being a stand-up is you're everything. You are the writer, you're the performer, you're the producer, the director, camera one, camera two. You're everyone. So you have to learn all of that, editing, everything. So even if somebody's editing your work, it is you're supposed to guide them and say, no, I like this angle better. So you need to know what you want. Language approach is another thing. So when I started comedy, a lot of people told me you add a lot of Luganda in your comedy if you want it to blow up in Kampala. But then your target is to be big in the world, not big in Kampala. So then you have to restrict yourself to doing more of English.
Yeah.
Because you want somebody in Denmark to understand your joke.
Yeah.
So that is one. Then sometimes there's targeting. Sometimes you have to target the market.
Yeah.
So you can do a joke that includes white people, or that includes Muslims or Indians. And that joke is targeting that audience. If you do a joke about cars, it targets people who have cars. And they're like, so sometimes you write jokes that have a targeting effect. And you'll be surprised, but people in those areas or industries will relate a lot, that they will share a lot of the content.
Of course.
Yeah. So now that next year I have shows that I'm planning for in Europe, so then you start writing jokes that target that market, you know. So you start writing jokes about football, you know, entertainment, that sort of targets that market in a very clever way. So that when a video drops on social media, it moves in that market space. And then traveling and meeting people and socializing, that is how you get to put yourself in these places. So one step at a time.
Well, I mean, that's a clever way of actually reaching those audience, right? Because I was like, okay, wow, doing that way, then it makes sense that you can relate to most of them. And for me, I still feel I'm even handicapped in that sense, because most of my material is picked from my experiences. So that's why next year traveling for me is very important. Because when you travel to such spaces, then your mind opens, you pick up a lot of ideas about what to write about. Then when you come back home and you write content, it's very easy for people in those spaces to relate, because you wrote jokes about them and you saw them happen. Again, very clever move. So
one step at a time. Thank you.
Yes. So I don't know if, let's say you are looking back through your journey, right? And you wanted to give your younger self an advice, right? And to get to where you are today. What are some of the missteps that you went through that you wanted, that you would do different, for example?
I think one key element that I've learned over time is consistency. I think it's easy to think you're talented or to think you're better than who or so and so, or I think two things: consistency and collaboration. I think that when you're consistent, you're far better than many people in the industry. Every day, if you wake up every day and you just do 1% of something, you know, at the end of the year, you've done 365%. You see, so you've improved grossly, but by taking one step at a time. So in whatever you do, I feel like just improve on something every day. Just have a schedule of every week, every month, I'm going to do this. It's the same with social media and all of these things. If you want to build a channel or build your following or your brand on social media, it's also that. It's just saying, I remember when I started, I would just say at least every month I want to post a video. And then you'd edit it and then you post it and you get 20 likes, you're like, it's okay. But next month you come back. You know what I mean? So you just be aggressive and consistent. And then people undermine collaboration, but I think collaboration is something really powerful. They say people at the bottom, they compete, but people at the top, they collaborate. So sometimes you just have to find people within the same space and then share thoughts, share ideas, but you get to share their audiences. So by me being on this podcast, your audience is watching me. By me being here, my audience is watching you. So it's one way of pushing each other without really fighting each other.
Absolutely.
So consistency and collaboration for me.
All right, cool. Consistency, collaboration. Again.
And another thing is understanding the craft. I think a lot of people enter something with an intention to make money. But I think what should come first is to understand what you're doing. So if you understand the craft, if you're going into music, understand what makes a good song, understand how to sell a song. Same thing with comedy. Understand what makes people laugh, understand where you want to put your brand. When you have everything set, then it's easy for you to channel yourself to be the best version that you can be.
Absolutely.
And then because you're creating value, then that invites money into the business.
That reminds me of a conversation I had with someone else as well. Basically, they started doing content creation. But it was so many things at once that they did, right? And then they had to refocus and then
yes.
find their niche and focus on that.
And put all the effort there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's when they found out, this one is actually the best. Getting the best result, the best audience, and so on. So exactly, finding that one thing that you really
feel you have more I think ability to work.
Exactly.
So you put all the energy there.
Yeah. Awesome. You mentioned that you did comedy while you were still studying at the university, right?
I did comedy as early as secondary school.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I joined when I was at Ginger College for my O level. I joined. There was we had a news club that used to students who are like journalists.
Okay.
So they write stories about what has happened at school.
Yeah.
Whether it is prom or whether it is a football game that happened at school or anything, they would talk about that on assembly.
Yeah.
So I joined that because I wanted an audience where I can perform my comedy.
Okay.
So I joined them and I would just write. For me, I'd write those stories, but I'd find the funny angle about the story. So if it was a prom, I'd write about the funny things that happened during that prom.
Okay.
And I'd have like a 5 to 10 minute session on stage. And it really, really blew up. Like at school, I was the biggest thing you would know. You know, everyone's like, that's Okello, that's Okello. Every Friday, people look up to watching you, read news. So that's where you gain confidence, you gain the creative skill. And then when I went to university is when I decided now to call my contact and then start joining the industry step by step.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pointed out university because your name is, and at least your handles is Dr. Hilary Okello, right?
Yeah.
Is it doctor, or what is it like?
Yeah, it's doctor. I did clinical medicine.
Yeah.
I did clinical medicine at Clark International University.
Okay.
And I graduated 2018. I practiced for about 4 years.
Okay.
I practiced medicine for about 4 years. So I used to work in some medical centers in Kasangati, in Wakiso district.
Okay.
But 4 years into it, my comedy career as well was growing. So it reached a point where it was hard to balance the two. So here you're working in the hospital and then hours later you're on stage. Then early morning you're back in the hospital. Then there came conflict. You start having conflict of interest.
Yeah.
And your employer is not happy because because their patients would come. Their patients would come particularly for you.
Doctor.
They're like,
huge
for us,
responsibility.
So first we want to see Okello, where's Okello? And then you're not around because you're performing up country. So it became hard on the business as far as my employers. So you end up having meetings. You're like, so Hilary, what's happening these days? You work twice a week. Then I had to make the hard decision of let me just stop this. Let me just do comedy. Yeah. But still, they say laughter is the best medicine. Yeah. So I don't think I made a mistake. So
nah.
So it's going well.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you mention that because I've heard of people here in Uganda that have also chosen a different career path than what they've actually studied, right? And some might be doctor, lawyer, whatever, but ended up doing something completely different. And I think this is maybe the best decision for yours, for yourself.
It's going well, yeah.
Yeah, because it's something that you're passionate about, right? And I'm sure one day if you wanted to go back to being a doctor, you can always do that as well.
Can always go back.
Yeah, exactly.
Can always go back. Just that comedy is really fun. I think you enjoy the idea of being able to share your stories, the idea to make, laughter is underrated, but laughter is such a good feeling. When you go to conferences, all these corporate events, everyone is in suits, they're too serious. But then when you come and make people laugh, people actually feel like you helped us feel like, this is actually a good place to be.
Sometimes it's just with all the stress, you just want to go and have a good time, nice time, have a laughter.
Even women, Albert, know these things. It's very easy to get a woman if you're funny. You might not have money, but if you're funny,
you'll be okay.
You'll be okay. So it's a good thing. I really don't take that for granted.
Well, I wish I had more of these skills as well, being a comedian, but that's not my field. So I would just keep following people like you to make me laugh. Going to.
It's okay. We shall be here.
Yeah. All right. So that was the thing that would advise yourself younger self.
Be consistent, collaborate more, and of course understand the craft.
Yeah. Cool. And Dr. Hilary, because I always wondered, Dr. Hilary, where is that coming from? But now I got my confirmation. So it's cool. A doctor that became a comedian.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah. Any last word before we end our conversation?
I think mostly I think to African creatives is it's upon us to tell our stories. Africa is placed in a very weird space in creativity and entertainment where the West tends to tell our stories more than us. So you'll watch movies where if it is in America, the sun is bright, everything is okay. Then when these people are in Africa, there's a way the colors change. You'll see now the screen becomes yellow, then there's a child with a housefly moving around. So they sort of, in a way, Africa is depicted as suffering, terrible place to be. You can't survive here. Yet we are very happy. They say we don't have food. Didn't you have breakfast?
I had breakfast.
I had breakfast.
Yeah,
I even left food outside. I refused to eat the food. So what I would like to share with African creatives is it's upon us. It's a responsibility on our shoulders to tell our stories as African creatives. And for me, that has always been my goal. Is to do jokes in Africa and then do jokes out of Africa, but tell people who we are and what we do.
Awesome.
So that as people laugh, they also learn about who we are. That's why in most of my jokes, when I say Uganda, some people say, but Hilary, you're saying this about our country. Let people know about Uganda. Because it is our job to let people know who we are.
That's a very good point, right? Because you want to tell your story yourself.
Tell our story ourselves. Right? Let nobody tell it for you. So with all these deals we're getting on all these production houses, whether it's Netflix or wherever, it would, after seeing African comedy specials on Netflix, and I'm very happy because now then you hear people actually mention African stories. You watch African movies and you hear real African accents. Not these Hollywood things where they say, and then there's this gentleman from Uganda, my brother, I'm very happy. And you're like, nobody talks like that. Nobody talks like that. So it's our job, and I hope we can keep doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm rooting for you, 3 to 5 years from now, that you guys are blowing up in the industry in Uganda.
Amen.
And especially with the movies. Right?
Because
I know that South Africa, they do have some specials in
they do.
on Netflix.
Even Nigeria, they do have some specials. So East Africa, I've not yet seen.
Not yet.
So we are going to make sure we do that ourselves.
And we started in Uganda.
We start.
Just
in a few years, we're shooting a Netflix special here in Kampala.
Exactly.
So that's where you want to push yourself.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's a beautiful closing note. And
Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much for your time and coming and sharing your story with us.
Thank you. We hope to do this again next time. So Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.